Hi guys, welcome back. Today we'll be taking a look at JD.com. Before we begin, remember take a second to give the video a like and subscribe to stay updated in the market. Do note that do not provide any buy or sell calls, but focus on potential traps set up by the market makers. Without further ado, let's take a look at JD. So this will be the one listed at New York. Ticker is JD. So you can see that JD first had a first wave of from a low of 41.56 to a high of 69.43, and we saw many resistance here. In fact, this resistance at around $65 was a very strong one, and thereafter we saw it pulling back all the way down, even breaking this 38.2% at 52.21. So that is not a good sign, but yes, we did manage to go back up. So if the event that is 38.2% were to break down, then we're looking at 48.14 as the next support. So on the way up, you can see that what exactly are the potential resistance that JD had to face. 69.3 is a low, the high, 50.25 is a low. So we managed to cross this 38.2, managed to cross 50%, we managed to cross 61.8%. But we were rejected off this 78.6% at 65.33. This high was 65.29. So we were shy of about 4 cents away from this 78.6%. So now we are currently pulling back. And it's likely for us to be retesting this low once again. You can see that this low is clearly being retested, and we are being retesting this 50.25. In fact, this 23.6%, 38.2% did not hold at all. So this is a very, very bearish sign. The next support that I'm looking at will be $50 psychological support. In the event that we do break down, there's likely for us to be heading towards this 23.6%, which is essentially the last support for JD. In the event that we do break down this 48.14, then it's likely for us to be heading towards this 41.56, which is to test these lows once again. So moving on to the one listed in Hong Kong. So this is a very similar pattern. You can clearly see that today is currently gap down about 9%. So that is not a very good sign at all. You can see that on the way down, we managed to hold this blue and red baseline for a while, but it seems to not break down, and it broke down just last Friday. So it is an indication that it's very weak. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci support from 160 to a high of 286. So this 286 was here. It shows that signs of sellers are still around here at 259 zones, very heavy selling. So let's take a look. It seems that this 38.2% 208.2 did not hold. So it's likely for us to break down this recent low, and this low was looking at the low of 195.2. So in the event that we break down this 195.2, which is 195 here, then it's likely for us to be heading towards this 189.8, just below this $190 psychological support. And that's where is a potential support coming in. However, just take note that since we are already at the last support, there's a very high chance that we may retest this 160.2. And there's a very high chance for us to go back to these levels. Unless we are able to go back up, then there's a chance for us to create a potentially a higher high here. So there is still a chance, so long as these do not break down. If we were to go up, then what exactly are the resistance that I'll be watching at? So this is the first gap that needs to be closed. And the bottom of here, it's currently 223. So there's a gap that needs to be closed somewhere between 209 to 223. So this is the first gap that needs to be closed. And if you look, there's another gap here. This high was 234. This low was 238. So 234 to 238. There is this second gap that needs to be closed. So long as we do not close these two gaps, then we cannot remain bullish, and the trend would likely to continue down to retest this 189.8 if this 195 break down. And if that one do not hold, market sentiments will not improve, then $160 is potentially the likely support coming in for JD.com. So we can only hope for the best, and hopefully market sentiments will to improve for us to have a short-term rebound up. So if there's any changes, I'll give you guys an update. Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe as you keep the uptrend channel intact. Till we meet again, appreciate the manipulation.